All right, back on the boat on Gibby to do some more projects. It is just me for a while. Taylor happily got a new gig in the film industry as a lead man for this new movie for Hallmark in Charleston, South Carolina. And he'll be there for the next 6 weeks. Now, as much as I would have loved to have gone with them, one of us needed to stay behind and take care of the dogs and continue progress forward on the boat, and that was me. So I'm gonna see how much I can get done over the next 6 weeks while he's away. Maybe he'll come back for a weekend and we'll be able to get some more stuff done. But I'm hoping to get a lot of stuff done to make it a lot easier for him when he arrives. So let's show you what I've done so far. All right, so back in the engine room. We were wanting to take this gas tank off, and this is supposed to be like a new gas tank. It's just really dirty. We're going to take it off so we can replace this platform. And we're also thinking of maybe relocating this on the other side, right over there where that plastic one is. Reason being is we're going to have our house batteries here. And there's 2 of them, and they're 130 pounds each. And there's also going to be a starter battery, which is going to be here as well. And we're a little worried about weight distribution. So I'm just trying to imagine if this thing's full of gas with those batteries, will the boat be, port side heavy? Got it disconnected from the platform, got all the hoses disconnected. It really reeks of gas right now. There's only that much in there, so it shouldn't be too heavy to lift out. Boy, is it dirty. And it's out. Yep. And we'll probably use this platform as a template to make a new one, because this one's starting, we know it's still really good. I doubt it's gonna last another 5 years. We got the platform out. It seems to be still good. Just need maybe a sanding and cleaning it up, and we might be able to reuse it, save us a little bit of money. But this is what it looks like underneath. It seems pretty dry on this side. I know right now there's a little bit of water that keeps getting in on this side. Not sure what's happening there, but it's very dirty. It really needs a clean, so I'll probably have to be in here, scrub. And we also have this seacock that's closed. I do not want to open it because I don't want to flood us out, and I don't know what it's for. I'm assuming it would go to the engine for if the engine was like raw water cooled, but it's not attached to the engine. I'm not an engine mechanic, so I don't know. But yep, we're getting one step closer. All right, it literally took me all day of scraping all the oil chips that were caked on there. That last compartment there was the worst, and I just couldn't do any better than that, really. I mean, it's far from perfect, but it's a hell of a lot better than it was. So I think we're just going to go ahead and clean off the old platform that was here and probably just reuse that, since it seemed like it was in decent shape. It'll save us some money. And the holes already have the screw holes aligned. So I think this was for like a generator or something. The seacock makes me a little nervous. All right, so this is the Helm station. Last time Taylor was here, we worked on getting these ones in, so these look nice. We still need to go ahead and make sure we get the proper breaker sizes and for all the panels, because the default ones are not the ones that we need. But at least we cut the holes and we got these ones in, and it looks good so far. And the other day I cut this one out. This is gonna be for the DC side. We're gonna try to separate, make sure AC is stuck on this side, DC on this side, to kind of make it a little more simple. Got the panel right here, looks just like the AC one, but this one has like, I think, 2 more breakers. So let's see if I can do this one-handed. Gotta be careful I don't pinch any of the wires. This one's a loose fit where the other ones are snug, but you can get the idea from there. So yeah, it looks pretty good. It's gonna be pretty snazzy, and we're gonna have a new Helm station up here. The old one is sitting right there, where we're going to be using these gauges, and we're gonna have our source select. As if you remember, the old one was right here. We're gonna put the new one right here next to that. So the Helm is gonna look pretty spiffy. So my goals for today are to at least skin this side of the helm, cover up all these ugly holes here, make it look nice. And I'm not sure if we were thinking about doing wallpaper on this side, and I'm not sure if we want to wrap that wallpaper around to make it look like a continuous piece, or kind of do what we did over here so far, is just stain it. I don't know, I kind of like the stain look. I don't know. Another thing I also want to try to get done today is also put the skin on this side of the end table cabinet. It's been off for quite a while. It would be nice to get that done. So let's get that done. It'll be some visual progress at least. All right, I already got the side of the helm templated out. It's hard to see, I used a pen, but it's gonna be roughly this shape. Gonna be using this rotator or oscillating tool, I guess. It's coming in handy so far. So let's get this cut out. And voila, we now have the skin on this, the skin on that. Let me step back without tripping because there's so much stuff everywhere. Look how schwanky everything is coming together. Looks so nice. Well, so next thing I want to tackle is this helm here. I want to put a new skin on the top of the helm because some of these previous holes that were drilled in here when I put the new panel in here, it wasn't big enough to cover all those holes. So we need to put a new skin over everything. It's gonna make it look a lot nicer. However, the hard part is we have the transmission throttle here, and we need to be able to take that off to put a new skin on. But that requires, well, that means we need to disconnect the throttle and the shift cables. So that kind of led me to finding the online manual for this thing. I found it, thank goodness, and it seems simple enough, but I need to remove the cables from this, like those red cables from it, and I could be able to pop this out. You can get like a whole new skin made for this, then reinstall this and hopefully do it without messing things up. So just something so simple, like just want to cover this up. And it leads into dismantling this. So we'll see how this goes. Damn, it's so thick. Awesome. Well, I've been at this for hours, it feels like, but I did get one of the cables off, so yay for that one. This one was the throttle, and the gear shift still stuck on there. It looks like if I could just unscrew that nut, then I should be able to slip it out, but it's just so tight. And everything I try can't work. The only other thing I think of is I have to physically remove this piece, but that's behind all that stuff. So that means I gotta try to get this part out. That's part of the throttle. And I couldn't get that pin out, so I don't know how I'm gonna get this off, but I need to get that off. I think the rest of it just comes out. And there we have a very cleared helm. Pretty much just a box with holes. I got the cables, the throttle and the gear shift cables off from the throttle thing. I don't know if it's focusing, but you see this right here? There was supposed to be a pin attached to that, and that's the reason why I couldn't get it off. And I was like, well, what if I just unscrew this? But while trying to get this off, it just popped out, and I'm like, oh, was there never a pin there, or did I break the pin? I don't know. I didn't see anything fall out of the casing, so might have to get another pin for that. And that went right in there. And so they're very easy. I'm not gonna be able to mix them up. I know exactly which one's which. I should be able to put it back together, but here we are. So I'm gonna do a piece of Luan, just covering the whole thing. You know, going around this obviously, and not sure what we're gonna do, if we're gonna paint it, stain it, or what have you, because I want it to look good, and I want to take care of that before putting back the throttle. So it's getting hot. I have to wear a mask, not because of COVID, but because I got the skin on, attached down just to secure it. It's glued, and I got weight on it to make it more secure, but then I routed the edges, which looks really nice. However, the router does not get those corners. So there's that corner, let's see if you can see this one, and that one. So I'm gonna have to use this to see if I can get close enough without going into the walls. And I'll say the router is a really awesome tool. It's so cool, it's so satisfying to use. The downside is it makes a ridiculous amount of dust and it just blows it all up in your face. So I'm sweaty, so it's sticking to me. I feel so gross. I look gross, man. But it's going to be good. And voila, there is the new top skin for the Helm. Probably gotta do some like trim on the sides. Hopefully there's enough room for this to lift up without getting in the way there. This right here wasn't at all squared, because this is perfectly square, but this wasn't. There's a little bit of a gap, but I'll probably trim all the way around. But nope, it's good. Tired. And we still have the holes from underneath that we can use the router tool around again and make those holes again for the source selector switch for the new Helm panel that we got going on, and as far definitely for the throttle. So yeah, this will be fun to kind of put back together, but probably gonna stain it. I might be able to do that now. It's all tacked down. Might be able to stain it, and it's gonna look just like that color right there. And I think that's gonna look good, huh? What do y'all think? It's been a long day, but I got the skin on. It's already been stained. It's the same stain as we've used for all the other build tins, and we really like that look, so hopefully it'll look good on here. And I also stained this side as well. It's kind of hard to see because the sun, the way it's coming in, but that's stained. This is stained. The only thing that's not stained yet is this side. I was too lazy to get to that right now, but yep. Now I am going to create a skin to go along the back there that'll cover up all those holes, just to make it look nicer, cleaner, because this is where we're remounting our electrical, as well probably use this as storage, and I don't want to see daylight coming through. So we'll be taking apart the power inlet so we can kind of make that hole there. And I already cut the piece here. Hopefully I can get it in there and fit. It'll be tight. The shore power inlet was on there pretty good. Nice, good seal. At least that's good. But these AC cabling is not marine grade. It's not tinned copper. It's just regular copper. So we want to update that as well. You could probably, this still should be in good condition. We could probably just go ahead and reuse this. Got that piece in. Can't see daylight anymore. It looks so much better without seeing all those holes. All right, we got this wallpaper, which looks really rustic and nice. I think it's gonna look really nice on the Helm here. And I'm just trying to, already got this part down. There's like the hole for the panels, I could feel them. But just gonna get it all on there and see how that looks, and cut the holes and wrap it around, and I'll probably put the panels back in just to see what it looks like. It's looking good. Cut the openings and just went ahead and I put the panels back in, just dry fit, just to see what it looks like, and I think it's gonna look good. The steering wheel's gonna go right there, so that's gonna take up some space, but I think it makes kind of a nice accent. Next thing I'm gonna try to tackle is finish with this B-board siding, and I'm gonna finish covering up this. This is supposed to be a little doggy bed, so I'm gonna router this hole open. Problem is, this is just a scrap from the previous time we tried doing this, and I can't find this. I can't find this on the boat. I know it's here somewhere. It has to be. This place is just a mess. So we continue with it.